Hello, in this video we're going to review the WPMU dev security plugin called Defender, the Pro version. Now I've taken the opportunity to install WPMU dev dashboards already, so I've got access to my account with WPMU dev. If I go to the plugins, then you'll see that dev dashboard is already installed, and I want to install Defender, which is the first one here. Remember, one important feature of WPMU dev plugins is they're all multi-site compatible. I'm installing it from a start because I'll activate it because it does some checks at the beginning, and this is a good way to introduce the plugin. So if we go to dashboard for the plugin itself, you can see that it's already got these features. So we've got automatic scans, audit login, lockouts for people trying to log in, and a blacklist monitor which checks Google's blacklist to see if anyone's blacklisted you. So I'll let it run through its activations. And there we are. The last thing it's doing a file scan, so that'll take a while. But while it's doing that, we'll have a look at the other things it's done. It's done some basic security checks, which are useful things that a default site allows that you may not want to have. First thing is disabled trackbacks and pingbacks. If you know what they are and you're not using them, then turn them off. Some people say they help with SEO, but if you're not using them, get rid of them. Disable the file editor. This is a feature that in appearance you can go into the editor and you can actually look at files in plugins and themes and edit them. Now if you're not going to use that feature, it's quite neat to turn it off, so if somebody breaks into your site they can't do the same thing. We can also remove error reporting because developers will find error reporting useful. Hackers also find it useful because it can give away secrets of your site. To do that though, you will need to edit your server config, WP config, so we won't do that now. The security keys are the salt keys. They're the encryption keys that are used for your site to remember things, transient things like the fact I'm logged in now. So if we regenerate those now and again, it stops sites that are hacking you. And I've already grabbed some credentials from making use of them further because the security keys have changed. Now the other thing is that anyone using the site will lose their login situation, so you don't want to do it every day. And I now have to log in again using my RoboForm software, which means I don't have to remember passwords. It does it for me. So what's the next thing? Prevent information disclosure. This is a change to the htaccess file, which you may or may not be able to do depending on the security of your site and your host provider. But it adds extra commands to the htaccess file, which is a thing working with Apache in this case, which is your web server. I'm not going to change that because it's a development site and I don't really want that at the moment. And the other thing you can do is you can do the same thing, use htaccess to stop it having PHP programs executed in places which they wouldn't need to, like say your upload directory. So that's that. The other thing which I would have expected, well, If I was running an older version of PHP, it would have actually warned me about that. I've got a test server in the network here, which has an older version. I get a warning. This is not warning me to upgrade my PHP version now. I would like them to be suggesting that people upgrade to PHP 7, because the newer version of PHP is faster and it's made for today's servers, so it is more optimized. It will make your site run faster. So I'm a little bit disappointed that they don't mention that. We're on the correct version of WordPress, so it doesn't have to tell us off for that. So that's quite good just as a start. Let's see how this file scanning is getting on. Oh, it's still working on it. Okay. So the other thing to look at is the IP lockouts. So this basically says that if somebody tries to log in 5 times and gets it wrong within 300 seconds, then you blacklist them for another 300 seconds, or you can tick that and permanently ban them, and they'll just get this message, which again you can change, and that way programs that are trying over and over again to guess your logins are going to get kicked out, so to speak. So again, that's a good feature. I like that. You can use IP banning and specifically ban certain IP addresses. If you see one that's trying a lot, you can actually ban it. And the only other thing I wanted to show you was the security scanning, which hasn't finished yet. But basically what that's doing is it's looking at all the files in your WordPress site, and it's looking for any that it doesn't expect to be there. And any it doesn't expect to be there, it will report. So again, that's a very useful way of looking for somebody who's hidden malicious code on your site. So this is a pro plugin, which means you have to be subscribed to WordPress MU Dev to get the files and updates. It's their security plugin, and it may not be as comprehensive as some of the security plugins out there, but as an included plugin with all the others, I think it's jolly well worth having. But I wouldn't necessarily pay the membership fee for WPMU Dev just for this particular piece of software. I don't think it's worth it to that degree. But as an extra tool, if you're using other WPMU Dev plugins, it's well worth adding to the list. So that's my review. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you on the next video.
For more info, visit wpbusinessclub.com.